collection of items, right? We want to cover a collection of items. So I have one variable that's containing orange, so I made them fruit 1, fruit 2, fruit 3. And in these fruits, this fruit is apple, and then this fruit is pineapple, right? And I printed each of them. Let me just print this particular thing and see what we have. Let me clear that main dot, that's the name of the file. So I have orange, apple, and pineapple, all three coming from here. Now you see that these ones, they are all fruit. I just want to have like fruit 1, fruit 2, fruit 3, and have them somewhere, be working with them instead of working them with fruit separately, right? They are all of the same data type. You see they are string, this is string, this is string. They are all fruits, they are related items, right? But instead of having different variables for each of them, I would rather put them together into a collection, right? A collection of fruit items, right? That's what we are going to do. Now, in order to work with collection of items in that, we have different ways of doing it. One day is using list, another way is using set, and another way is using map. We use list, set, or map to work around collections. Right now, first and simple and most common one, most popular, is working with list. So how do we now have this list? So to work with list, you have to have capital L, right? List, right? And then we have the name of the variable. So the name is fruits. So it's going to a collection of fruits, and I want to keep them like this. So right now we haven't used the list variable, right? So let me try to print that fruit. Print fruit. I'm trying to print this. Yes. So okay, let me comment these ones out so we can work with only the one at the bottom. So now let me run this. So it showed me an empty box like that, right? So now to work with string list, right? This is the general format, the basic format of a list that we have, right? So now everything that we want to put inside will be found here. Everything that we want to put inside will be put inside this particular square bracket separated by commas. So there's going to be a list of or a collection of fruits, right? So that collection of fruit is going to contain fruit 1. We say is orange, so I'm going to say orange, because it's a test, right? It's a string. I need to put in a quotation comma. The next item, pineapple. Then what's the third item that you have? Apple, right? Apple itself. So apple is another fruit that we have here. So pineapple, apple, and all that. So let's run this. So we have a list or a collection of the orange, pineapple, and apple items. So whenever I print it, I'm printing basically the content. So yeah, this is how we work with collection instead of having different variables for them. Okay, so yeah, if I print this, I just want to access this, but let's talk more of this particular variable. Now the list can vary, right? The list can vary based on the data type that you have inside here, right? Each of them, each item is a string. Each of the items is a string. So if you know the data types of each item that you are going to keep inside, we say list, then we bring these arrows, right? And inside this arrow, just after the list, we put in string. I've done something wrong. Yes, so just inside these arrows, we write string. What does this mean? It means that we want to have a list of items that are of string type. Each item inside the list is of string type. So this one will allow you to have the list using the square bracket. It's going to act as a list, right? but then each item in the list should be of string type. So currently we have string type, then this. We can change this to each item to be of type int. There's going to be an error because what we have here, each of them are string, not int. So if you have integers, a list of integers, you should rather have 1, 2, 3, and this is going to work. And if I run this, I'm having a list of 1, 2, 3. This is what we are having from here. So this is how to actually state the list that you have, and then you state the type of data type that is in. Finally, that is going to apply to everything. So if you have a list of boo, right? So you cannot have 1, 2, 3. We know what boo are. Boo, true, false. Yes, these are the ones that are going to be printed if you run this. So true, false, right? Let me clear this. Yeah, so now we know how to vary this. So it's going to be a list of strings. So based on what you are keeping inside, you need to make sure that you write the data types accordingly. This is what we know already, the name of the variable, right? So now someone will say, what about dynamic? Yes, dynamic is also there, but then I won't advise that for you. Dynamic means that it can contain all the other types. So we have string, let me say home here, and then let me put an integer here. See all of them, right? Let me run this. So yeah, you see it runs because it's a list of dynamic data types. So dynamic data type. But I won't recommend this. What we recommend is that you need to make sure you know the specific data type, either string or that. So let's go back to what we had first. String. This is home. This is no, let me clear everything and then write fruit back inside. So a list of fruits. So I will say mango, another list of orange, another list of the apple. So these are it's a list of fruits that I have. I'm calling them fruits, right? And they are list collection for me instead of having separate ones. And I'll print them. Let's print them again so that we know that we have what we want. And then yeah, we have mango, orange, and apple. Now if you print just fruits, right, you are just going to basically print the whole list. What if you just want the first item, mango, the second item, orange, the third item, apple, right? Now to access each item within the list, what you need to do is based on this is the first item that is inside, the second item, third item. So this one is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? But then in programming, the computer doesn't start counting from 1. The computer actually starts counting from 0, right? So for us, for normal human being, we say 1, 2, 3. Our computer will start from 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So the first item is having it's going to be numbered as 0. The second item is going to be numbered as 1, 2 in that way. But if you are doing normal counting, is 3 items here. Okay, how do we access each of the item based on those numbers? Now the numbering inside, the number is, you won't see it here, but based on the position inside, the computer will be able to recognize the particular item you want to access. The number that is the position number for each of the item in the list is called index. The position number of each item in the list is actually called index. So the index of mango is 0, the index of orange is 1, and the index of apple is 2, right? So to access the items, we actually use their indexes. How do we use the indexes? When you write the name of the variable here, like how we did it over here, before it, you need to bring the quotation mark, like the square brackets, right? Then you enter the number, that index, the index of mango. If I want to access index, so I'll enter 0, not O, 0, because that 0 is the index for mango. So when you print this one now, you see that you have access to only mango. So if I go to 1 and I run this, I'm going to have access to only orange, right? Then the same thing to 2, we have access to apple. I have access to apple, right? This is what we have now. So that's how to use the index. Now what if I use 3 now? Let's see what will happen. So it's going to be like invalid value, not inclusive, 0 to 2. So we are taking 0 to 2, but we have given 3 because the count is actually 0, 1, 2. There's no item in the list is not up to 3, like index 3, right? It's the only index allowed in this case is 0, 1, and 2. But then you are entering 3, which is out of the range of indexes that we have. So what you do is that you need to make sure that the 3 cannot work unless you have another item that is at index 3. So which fruit is there? Let me say lemon. So now in this case, this one will now work now because the index 3 in this list is now occupied. So lemon is now working. So the 3 is now working. That's how to get each item in the list. Okay, you see that I've actually added lemon here, right? So what if I have the list in the start, but at some point later in the code I want to add another item, but I don't want to go back to this and write it myself, right? So let me print all fruits here. Now let me add another fruit, adding an item to the list, right? To add the item to the list, you have to now fruit dot add, right? Dot add. Then you need to make sure that you enter the item that you want to. So you have to do fruit, right? Dot. This dot is very important. Dot add. Let me do that again. You have to call the name of the variable, which is fruits, right? Fruits dot add. Add is to add something new to the list. So if I do that, I'm going to add another fruit, banana. So if I add banana to this, and now I'm going to print the fruit at this point too. Remember that this is the first fruit. The first print is for the first fruit before I added. But after I added, let's see the new list. So let me clear everything and run it. So you can see that the lemon has been done, and then later on banana too has been added, right? Okay, now I want to remove mango from the list. So I will say fruits dot remove. So you need to remove the value, right? The thing that I want to remove is mango. I want to remove mango from the list. Okay, so let me clear this and then run this. Oh, I didn't print it after removing, so let me print fruits so that we can see the effect. Let me go here, clear it, run this. Yes, so you see the first print, the original list, we added banana at this stage, and then over here I now remove mango. So now orange now become the first item. Orange now become the first item in the list. Okay, so that's now how to remove an item. Now sometimes I don't know the actual name of the thing, but I want to remove the first item in the list. So it becomes, you use remove at, and then you enter the index because you want to remove by index. So remove at position 0. Now let me position 0. So you want to remove the element that is at position 0 or index 0. That's what I'm doing here. So if I do that, so if you just use simple remove, it's going to, you have to enter the name of the thing you want to remove from the list. But if you don't have it, right, you want to remove by index, you use remove at, then to remove the element at that particular position, then you run it. You see orange is like orange become the first now because the remove at has removed this. I can do remove 2. If I do remove 2, which index is that? 0, 1, 2. So it will be apple that will be removed, right? So let me clear this and run this. So you can mango is there, orange is there, lemon is, banana is there, but apple is gone because we have removed the one at index 2. Remember, index is different from your normal counting. Indexing in the list, it starts from 0, 1, 2. So this is actually at 2. But if you are counting normally as human, it will be 1, 2, 3. That's the third item. So keep that in mind. Okay. So sometimes you want to just remove everything. Remove everything. So you just do remove. You want to remove the last item. So this is here. Remove last. It will, you don't have to pass anything. It will remove the last item in the list. So by the time we are here, I think banana will be the last item in the list, right? So by the time we are here, banana will be the last item in the list, and then banana should be able to be the one to go. So let me clear it and run this. Then you see banana is gone now. So we get back to original. This remove last will actually look for the last item in the list, and then do that. What of remove first? So yeah, I don't see remove first. Let me see. Dot remove. So remove where, remove, there are various of them: reduce, remove, remove at, remove last, share. So we should have the same thing for add all, right? So I wanted to talk about remove all. Remove or is it remove or clear dot clear? Yes, clear. Now let me run this. So now after I clear the list, nothing is inside it at this point. That's what the clear is. The clear is for make sure that everything is out, everything out of the system, right? Okay, that's what happens to this. So this is how the simple way of using list, right? You can use that. You can try yourself with other data types and make sure that the list contain data types of this. But then dynamic is also there, but then we don't use dynamic. So this is how to use list. In the next session, we'll talk about sets and look at maps.